Only 4 kilometers off the coast of Turkey, Kos is the 3rd largest island in the Dodecanese. As a key administrative center from classical Greece to Roman times, the island is littered with ancient ruins. Many are right on the edge of Kos Town, where the Agora has hundreds of years of history and a rebuilt Roman house is furnished with ancient frescoes and mosaics. The ancient physician, Hippocrates, spent some of his career on Kos at the Asklepion, which is also the most remarkable site of all. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Kos so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Asklepion. The place where Hippocrates was trained in the 5th century BC was discovered not far from Kos Town in 1902. Raised above the Kos plain, the Asklepion is the sanctuary of Asclepius, the god of medicine. People suffering maladies would travel from far and wide to seek treatment at the permission of the sanctuary's priests. A modern visitor can download an app to see 3D reconstructions of the sanctuary as they wander through it. Accessed by a grand stairway, the site is on 4 enormous terraces, the lowest of which has the foundations of the patients' rooms with busts still visible in the niches. At number 9 is the ancient Agora. The commercial and social soul of ancient Kos, the Agora is near the port, a few steps down from Neratzia Castle. One of the largest agoras in Greece, it was first laid out in the 4th century BC, and its houses and sanctuaries had to be rebuilt repeatedly after a series of earthquakes. As limestone is used in the oldest constructions and marble in the new ones, it was possible to identify the ages of the muddle of ruins here, and information boards have been set up every few steps to make things clearer. At number 8, Palio Pili. If you have a car, make sure to spend a day traveling across the island's interior, where you'll happen upon delightful little villages, mountains, and historical sites like the abandoned village of Palio Pili on Mount Dikeos. It seems impossible today, but from the 11th century to the 19th century this was the capital of the island. Palio Pili was abandoned from 1830 during a cholera epidemic, and its houses are in various states of ruin. On the mountaintop are the crumbling walls of a Byzantine castle founded in the 9th century and later bolstered by the Knights of St. John as a last refuge from pirate attacks. At number 7, Agios Stefanos Beach. A few things come together to make Agios Stefanos Beach a scene of real beauty. The beach itself is likable, with a mixture of white sand and pebbles. But what makes it so special is that it sits on a channel of twinkling turquoise water, facing Castri, a picturesque islet crested by a tall rock. You can hire a pedal boat to cross the channel, explore the islet, and see the church of Agios Nikolaos. On the low promontory on the eastern fringe of Agios Stefanos Beach are the ruins of 2 early Christian basilicas, built in the 4th and 5th centuries AD. At number 6 in our list, Roman Odeon. On the southern outskirts of Kos Town stands the ancient city's restored Odeon. Built in the 2nd century AD, this was a music conservatory and doubled as a meeting place for the Senate. At that time the Odeon had a roof and was able to seat 750 people on 14 rows of stone benches. The first 9 were made of marble and reserved for the city's elite, while the granite back 5 were for normal citizens. Since the structure was excavated in 1929, those front 9 rows have been restored. At number 5, Tigaki Beach. This beach in the north of the island, a breeze from Kos Town, faces the south coast of Samos across the straits. It's not hard to see why families love Tigaki Beach. The shore is well served by accommodation, there are tavernas at regular intervals, and best of all, the sea is as calm as can be on normal summer days. The beach is long, sandy and broad, and is also low shelving, leaving a large expanse of clear, warm water to swim in. Hang around until dusk when you can look west to see the sun go down behind the island of Lemnos. At number 4, Cavo Paradiso. For a beach in a wilder environment, make your way south from Kefalos towards Cavo Paradiso at the far south of the island. There isn't the smallest sign of human habitation on the rugged, arid slopes framing Cavo Paradiso. At the deserted southern end stands a tall, craggy headland, and this part of the beach is for people who really value privacy. You'll find a bit more life towards the north at an isolated beach bar renting out parasols, sun loungers, and windbreaks. At number 3 in our list, Paradise Beach. This arcing sandy bay is one of a sequence of beautiful beaches east of Kefalos. The name Paradise comes from the blend of pale sand and shallow, clear water. The sea here is calm enough that an inflatable play area for kids is set up in the bay during the high season. You can also rent sun loungers and parasols, and go water skiing and banana boating thanks to the Water Sports Center. At Paradise Beach, there's also the strange phenomenon of bubbles rising from the seabed, caused by the volcano on the island of Neratzia a few kilometers south of Kos. At number 2, Agios Theologos Beach. Close to Cavo Paradiso, Agios Theologos is another beach for people who prefer their coast to be remote and weather-beaten. It can be an adventure getting down here on the southwest coast, driving on the dirt track from Kefalos. And while the surf is quite powerful at Agios Theologos, the waves break quite a long way offshore, leaving a broad shallow space to wade in. Agios Theologos is private, so you'll have to rent a sun lounger and parasol, but these are inexpensive. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Neratzia Castle. The Knights of St. John built this fortification in the 15th century to guard the entrance to the harbor at a time when Kos was in the sights of the Ottoman Empire. The castle has 2 layers of walls, the innermost being older and dating to the mid-15th century, while the outer wall is from the turn of the 16th century. After Kos was captured by the Ottomans in the 1500s, the castle was a garrison and the seat of the island's commander. The space inside the walls is mostly empty, with broken columns strewn across the ruined courtyards. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Kos? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.